I wish I could tell Dr. Singh what it's like to live with Manu and Alina Chandakrishnan and not have any other, allies. It's not really my dad, though. He's just hard-headed. I can't change his mind about anything, but I know he loves me. I can reason that my mom loves me, but most of the time, I can't feel it. She's just not the kind of person who gets excited about anything, unless you count being normal. Mom loves being a normal Indian American, like little kids love cookies. You wouldn't really notice it because it's like such a basic part of life. My mom and her auntie friends from the temple remind me of those movies about sorority sisters. Everyone wants to do the same thing all the time. Like we all have to go to the same dinner parties on weekends, participate in the same after-school activities, go to India at the same time for vacations, even take the same American vacations, borrowing each other's AAA materials. You might think that this would make our life really cozy, filled with friends and vacations and whatever, but it doesn't. It just feels like we're trying to race with each other. One day, when I'm thinking about all of this in my room and looking up more bands that I've never heard of on the internet, I realize that my problem is that I'm just not normal enough to be able to get along with my mother. If you don't count the fact that I'm not beautiful like her, I look pretty harmless on the outside. But I sort of love things that are different. This is like a revelation. I get up, I go to my closet, and I take out these plain white tennis shoes that my mom has been trying to get me to wear for weeks instead of the flats I've been trying to pull off. Mom claims the flats make me slouch and look shorter. I take the shoes out of the box and bring them to my desk, where I have all of these markers and pens in the drawer. Then, for no reason that would make sense to anyone, I write all over the shoes. I write whack stuff like, there is a light and it never goes out. I write, cease to resist, giving my goodbye. Then I write, she lives in the house over there, has her world outside of it. Everything is in a different color, and none of the words are mine. They're song lyrics. Not surprisingly, Mom kind of freaks out about the shoes. It would be funny if it wasn't, so obvious. Hurry, Ram, why would you do this? Is it notes for an exam, she cries. That would be considered cheating, Dad responds. It looks like poetry. He scrunches up his eyes. Is it poetry? Sort of, I answer. Now he's interested. Did you compose all of this? No. Mom looks relieved when I say this. Dad just gave me a lecture on how I need to put quotation marks around words that are not my own. This is rebelling, Mom says, right in front of me. Dad's gone to the pantry to take out graham crackers. He's standing and eating them right out of the box. You see what will happen if we don't go back to India? This is happening in India too, Dad waves a crumby hand at her. Use a bowl, Manu, she snaps. Just because you're at home now, does it mean that you should eat whatever you want, whenever you want? Geez, Mom, lighten up a little, I mutter. You see this, Manu? You see the way she talks to me now? But Dad is waving hands at both of us. He takes a bowl in one hand and the whole box of crackers in the other. He walks towards the study, which would be the living room of more normal people's houses. I do try and communicate all of this to Dr. Singh, but all I can do is sort of stare at her and wish I was her instead. I wonder if she's married. I wonder how she learned to dress like she does. Like it doesn't matter to her that she looks stylish. How she learned to put silver nail polish on, and how she thought of putting her hair up like that in a floppy, messy bun. Mostly, I wonder what she and her mother fought about when she was my age. She must be wondering something, too. At first, she's only talking about my AP classes. Then she stops. Alina, I've got to ask, what's going on with your shoes? Are they new? Sort of, I tell her. I try to hide them. Let me see, she says. She leans over her desk and reads. Then her eyes get really big. Oh man, she mumbles. Are the kids still listening to this? For a second, things feel strange with her leaning over the desk and me sitting with my feet up on the chair, like so disrespectfully. It feels like I'm sharing secrets over at a friend's house or something, which is weird enough, because I don't really have real ones. Friends, I mean, not secrets. My head gets foggy and clear at the same time, and I realize then, sitting there, that my mom's been trying to convince my dad to leave the States. I get then that he's on the fence about moving back to India, but Mom's already decided. Dr. Singh's muttering to herself, are things still like this? Then she kind of stands up straight and tells me to schedule an appointment next time with my parents. She also hands me a piece of paper with something written on it, kind of like a prescription. In the hall, I open it up. It says reading, writing, and arithmetic by the Sundays. When I go home that day, I catch my father in the study watching reruns of Law and Order on the desktop. I'm starting to understand his need to escape. I go to my room and my own computer and find iTunes and type in what Dr. Singh has given to me. Then it's my turn to slip away from reality.